Do you remember what we're talking about?
How awful this summer is for our small businesses.
Welcome to Unstitched Podcast. We are your hosts, Vika
And
Hannah, in one room at once.
Ah!
It is the middle of August. Hannah's visiting, as you may know by now. And we wanted to talk about how summer sucks for small businesses today. If you can relate, we're here to, what's the word I'm looking for? Enable you. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably the neighbors or something. Oh, I think it's pigeons on the roof, actually. Excuse the pigeon sounds. They're on the roof.
This room is awesome, just for the record.
I love it.
Vika's new house is awesome. So part of the reason why we wanted to talk about this is because we feel it every single year. And anytime you mention the feeling that you have to any other small business, everyone always has like a resounding agreement that indeed summers do suck as a small business.
Yeah, I was going to do some research about it yesterday.
Yeah.
But I forgot. So I guess we're just going to use like logic here to try and explain why summer is so slow for most businesses in retail. We're not going to touch the travel agents and currency exchange.
Yeah.
This is not about them.
Obviously, this is going to stem mostly from our personal experiences and what we've learned from other small businesses and artists in particular. But we recognize that some people, the summer is like your jam. And if that is you,
you've hit the jackpot.
And we're so happy, like legitimately so happy for you. Because I know some people hustle like crazy and do summer markets. I've done a couple.
To be fair, that's probably a good idea
pivot
to do.
Yeah.
Is to try and get into as many summer markets, because if people go there, they will buy stuff.
Yeah.
I've not thought about that, actually. I guess there's not many going on in the UK, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think markets are like one way that artists will shift, which I guess we can talk about more later. But to begin with, we both primarily sell online.
Yeah.
As a lot of small businesses, especially since the onset of COVID. There was a huge shift to just pushing everything online because you couldn't meet in person. But we are for sure feeling the effects of everybody going back to normal lives. Even though COVID still exists, it now is to the point where everybody is traveling. Hello, I'm traveling. Going back to working in office jobs. Mm-hmm. People are no longer having as much disposable income too, because cost of living is high pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, that's probably a huge thing.
Yeah.
But why summer?
I think it's because people are just not on their phones or not on their computers, and that they're like living their lives. I feel like summer is like the known time that the majority of people take vacations.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's when like all school holidays happen, right? So they're busy with kids and they want to have experiences rather than physical things.
Yeah.
I think it's normal, like retail, especially online retail.
Yeah, for sure.
We've learned to, we've been in business for a few years. We've learned to just expect summer to be quieter, a lot quieter.
Yeah.
But come September, it's going to go nuts again.
Yeah.
Which is great. We have something to look forward to. So I guess May through August, 4 months. Ish. I would say it's perfect time to do product development.
Absolutely.
And actually take a fucking break yourself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's the other part. It's reflected in our podcast even. We also have to take breaks. Mm-hmm. The mental load of constant, because let's be real, running a small business is a 24/7 job. We can say we have office hours or that we try not to think about it, but we're always thinking about making content, recording content, planning content.
Yeah, content.
Always, because that's how you sell your products. It doesn't, and in this day and age,
organically, if you're not buying ads, what else are you going to do? It's content.
So if you're constantly running, and we've talked about burnout before, that is totally what happens, and you have to take care of yourself. And I think we've both learned to just lean into summers being slow.
Yeah, there's no better time to take a break, because it is going to be slow. There's almost nothing you can do about it unless, get some extra powers to you. But there are also upsides to summer, besides having to take a break and all the stuff. A lot of people will try, a lot of companies even, they will try to make money, obviously. And so they will run crazy sales. There's a reason why, even though we hate Bezos, there's a reason why Prime Day is in July.
Summer. Yeah.
Why is it right in the middle of summer?
Yeah.
Because Nobody's spending money, nobody's buying stuff, and they got to make money. We'll learn from that.
Yeah. Well, and we both run sales during the summer.
Yeah, ish. I'm
I'm
not big on sales, to be honest.
because let's be real. All small businesses who are single person run or small team run are already selling their products at the lowest price they probably can.
Yeah, profit margins are, people don't realize this.
Yeah.
It is actually painful to us to put prices like high. We have to sometimes, but we wouldn't if we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Basically, it's so painful.
That's awful.
But you don't know, like, the more you are in business, obviously, the more you realize like how cheap like all these companies get their stuff and then resell it like with profit margins of like 2000x. You know what I mean? Like,
Crazy.
it's nuts. They'll get something for 20 cents and resell it for $20.
Yeah.
It's that bad. Our profit margins in comparison are so small. And it pains us to have a higher profit margin just because we know how much we paid for, you know, like certain products and things like that. And then we put our time in, which we always think it should be free. We shouldn't get paid. It's like the guilt that you feel when you have to call in sick into work, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you remember
awful.
that?
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, I should be working. Like, but you're unwell. No, I still should be working. Like, I'm like, you genuinely feel guilty for not going into work. It's the same here.
Yeah. Also, I think if anybody ever questions our prices, that makes us completely doubt everything too. So then, like, you already are like, oh, I don't know if I should be paying myself an hourly wage. Mm-hmm. Because if someone asked me, why does this cost $60? I could buy a kit made somewhere. I could buy one at
15.
Yeah, for $10 at like your normal superstore. Mm-hmm. So why am I going to pay you $60? It's like, oh, well, because I'm the only person that had a hand in this.
Yeah. But also, if you did that, like if you bought both and compared them, you would see the difference.
Oh, totally.
And it would be probably larger than the $50 difference.
Yeah, but it's already hard to like pay ourselves and give ourselves a profit margin. I feel like the majority of artists won't admit it, but most of them have a profit margin of like maybe 5-10%. More than what they spent.
Yeah, if you're able to give yourself like a 30% profit margin, that's
great.
Like,
that's what I aim for.
And like, yeah, and like still stay competitive, right?
Yeah.
Like within your niche or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, consider yourself lucky. Like, that's a jackpot, 30%.
Yeah.
But then you're risking, right? Like, you want to lower your prices so that you are competitive. But to be honest, like in our field, I don't think that we focus on it that much, and we shouldn't.
No.
Because we're not necessarily competing with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People buy our goodies because they want to support us, because they know they can trust our goodies, they'll be good. And they're not going to be like looking for the same things elsewhere.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, if you're buying, I don't know, like a skateboard, you're going to look around. You know what I mean?
that's true.
And they're all going to be roughly the same price. So you're going to want to try and like get the best deal. But with our stuff, like, you can't buy my stuff anywhere else. You can't buy your stuff anywhere else.
That's true.
You're not really
even like
with
other
anyone.
artists, like embroidery artists or fabric collage artists, they're going to do the instructions different. They're like,
But the whole offer is going to be different. The designs are going to be different.
Yeah.
Everything's different.
like even if we found someone who did fabric collage and satin stitch, it's going to be a completely different experience. So if you like what we offer and how we personalize things, then they're just going to keep coming back.
Yeah, and our job is to like reasonably price it to be able to pay ourselves and to give people a good deal for their money, which is sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. I think the other part of that is that for us, we are so open about everything that there's no like smoke and mirrors versus big box stores. Nobody's ever going to say how much they actually spent, you know, like, and like you said, with profit margins being so huge. Like,
yeah. You know, this is mind-boggling, and it's like, as far as I know, true. You know, Walmart, they have like 3 clothing brands.
Yeah.
And their return policy is return it within a year, no matter what condition, and we'll give you your money back, or we'll replace that and whatever. For clothing, they're like their clothing brands.
Yeah.
And the reason, like, it came out a couple of years ago, people were like, what? Like, I've been taking my clothes back, like, ripped, dirty, everything, and I just got my money back. And the thing is that Walmart had to, like, make a statement of some kind, just saying that our prices reflect our return policy. In other words,
they've, like,
you
built
pay
it in?
double. Yeah. Like, you pay double so that the little amount of people that will come and return because we're so cool. You can return your stuff and get your money back even after a year.
You've already
like
paid?
so little, the amount of people. So it just pays so well. So that's that kind of bullshit. Like people don't know that.
No.
People don't know.
And we won't ever do that. Like small business artists in particular will never do that.
I can't even imagine like who thought of
How? I don't even, yeah. Anyway, so all of that goes into this like workhorse mentality. And then all of a sudden, if you don't take a break during the summer, when like busy season hits in September, like holiday shopping starts, people start planning, people get back into like the grind of normal work day. They want something to work on.
They've come off their vacations, so they have a little bit more money to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal. But I would say, like, definitely if you can plan, because if it's your first year in the business, you're not gonna know what each month is gonna bring.
Yeah.
But there is a pattern generally, and you get to like learn that and see what happens like within your niche and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And from what we're both gathering, like sharing our personal experiences with each other, is that summer is dead. It's just dead. Like you can try hard, you can try everything, but people are on vacay.
Yep.
They're having fun. They're sipping margaritas. You know what I mean? They're not thinking about buying art and all that stuff. They're thinking about experiences that they can have, not physical things.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
I mean,
I'm all
same.
for it, honestly.
I am that person.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But if you know that this is gonna happen, you can prepare yourself. There's two tips, I guess. One that I would say, just save up.
Yeah.
Like just, maybe don't put all of your money back into the business, develop all these products and then do all these drops that are not gonna do well. Probably just save up and actually invest in equipment, invest in the good stuff during the summer because everybody's gonna be having sales.
Yeah.
Talk about DMC.
Oh.
DMC does insane sales in the summer. And
true.
I'm not talking about thread. I'm talking about like high ticket stuff, like things that usually cost like $700.
The big bucks.
They'll put them for like $300 to $400.
Yeah.
If you know what to expect, you can actually get a really good deal for the stuff that you need if you can wait until summer. And then obviously just plan for the season to be a little bit dead. And go have fun and enjoy your summer.
Yeah. My word of advice for the summer is to experiment. Because, like, you don't have anything really to lose versus, like, in the fall or, like, springtime when people are, like, getting ready to buy. Like, that's when you're, like, bunkered down and try and, like, make as much as you possibly can to, like, anticipate. But during the summer, because we know it's going to be slow, you might as well just, like, try out new stuff.
Yeah.
You want to like explore a new idea. You want to try and figure out a new product. Do it then so that by the time that people start shopping again, you've ironed out all the details and you're ready to go.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
I love that. How has this summer been for you?
Oh, absolute crap.
Yeah, pretty crap.
I mean, to be fair, I just got very overloaded with just like life stuff. Like mentally, I was not doing well, probably starting in like March. I could feel it creeping in. Like I had been working so hard. I took on a lot more responsibilities outside of my small business too, which kind of like compounded everything.
Yeah.
So I hadn't done a drop, like, which both of us do drops. And I usually did one once a month of my original artwork. And I hadn't done one since February. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do a drop in the summer. Worst idea ever. I was very pleasantly surprised. It did really well, but I think it's because I did one versus trying to do one every month. Because in previous years, when I've done them one every month, a couple pieces have sold, but it's not, and I'm fine. Usually they get purchased in the fall. So I tried,
Yeah.
I have the sustainability of Nurge, like other sewing accessories that kind of like help kind of buffer during the summer. And then I teach workshops. So that's the other thing. If you are someone who likes to educate, workshops pick up at your local libraries, at community centers, at art studios, because people are looking for experiences.
Yeah.
So that's another way to kind of like monopolize sadness that is the summer for most of us, like cash in on what people are actively wanting to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I taught at my local library and I teach at the craft center on campus. And so I stay busy that way. But to be honest, it's been so like crappy sales wise, but mentally, emotionally, I'm probably the best I've been in a really long time.
Are you ready for September? It's
honestly,
soon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this episode's going to go up a little bit later, but
yeah. I've already been making ornaments.
I love that. I've been developing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working on stuff that I know is going to do well in the fall and like winter mostly.
Ornaments are the best.
I love them. And I think, and this year I'm leaning into them not all being Christmas themed. Because in the past I've always like just switched. I
What are you
only
gonna do?
use fabric.
Give us an exclusive.
I love how you put your microphone in. Like, am I supposed to put mine on you? Oh, so funny. I've made a few more Aurorascape ones
All
so that
right.
people could put them on their tree, but then they could just chuck them on their wall after.
Love it.
A little year-round activity. And I've made a lot more themed pieces with animals, which I am in the UK, so I can happily say with owls.
Ooh.
And yeah, you
We
know,
have lots of owls.
a little Harry Potter moment lover, if you will. They're not specifically Harry Potter. Obviously, I can't do that. We're going to talk about that in a different episode. And a lot more exploration with sparkly things, because you know me.
Yeah.
I love a good sparkle. So that's what I've been. How about you? How's your summer been?
Not too bad actually. I was expecting fully nothing, but yeah, it's been ish. Yeah, it's been could be worse. I don't really have much to say because I've been moving house. I've been like living out of the boxes for the first part of it. It was tough. So like I wasn't really expecting much. And then I did a drop, to be fair. I did a drop and it was all right. Like it's a big box that I had to take to the post office.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Oh, good.
But yeah, not really doing anything. Like July, August, just chill. Whatever sells, I'll post it. And pretty quiet on socials.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the other
no,
thing.
I don't want to talk about it.
No,
It's too
but
much.
the other part is also like it's not just a lull in like purchases, it's a lull in engagement online also.
Yeah.
So that's wrapped in it as well.
For sure. And, we are at mercy of these people that sit and rule Instagram and TikTok. Mm-hmm. We just have to work with them. They don't necessarily want to work with us. It's that kind of thing. 1 second you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. And then they change something. And then you have to relearn and do all the things. And then sometimes you just burn out of that. Like, you're just like, fuck it. I'm going to like skip the next update. Like, I'll come back when they drop another thing, another bomb on us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to be consistent in the summer as well because you're so discouraged. Like, it is like it's a tough mental game. And again, like we said, if you do prepare yourself, you will be able to handle it better if you're not expecting a ton. Again, like you said, summer is a good time to experiment. So like, even with your content, let's be honest, shit's not going to do well, unless you're like very established, right? And you have like a lot of following. But even then, like nothing's guaranteed. So it's a good time to experiment. Maybe you'll find something that you really enjoy yourself. Because I know most people hate making content for their business. And it is tough. But it's a good time to do some fun things.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I also think summer is a good time to be honest with yourself about things that you offer that maybe you don't need to offer anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
like
discontinuation.
Yeah. Self-editing is hard to do when it's really busy because then it's like, oh, I don't have the time or the like mental space. But during the summer, it's just crickets. So you might as well like do some research into the data of how your products are doing and get rid of stuff. If it's not doing well, like, or lower the prices on things and then just slowly fade them out. Because if it's not a good seller for you, you might as well let it go and focus on other things. Make more money later.
Yeah. And to wrap this up, I think if you do not have a small business, summer is a really good time to support your local artists.
Oh my gosh, have you thought about...
Because everyone is struggling. Everyone is struggling. Every sale makes a difference.
Such a huge difference. And I can almost guarantee there's a little happy dance that is done when you make purchases during the summer.
And there's a very high chance that you'll get like more than you asked for.
Yeah.
More
freebies.
Than where you paid for.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting. Like, remember the days when you were getting just like a few orders and you would put like so much time into the note writing.
My packaging was
into the packaging, everything.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, when you have a ton of orders, like, it's hard to pay attention to
Absolutely.
each individual one a lot. But when you just have 3 to pack, you might as well, like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a bumper sticker. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's totally true. I do that also.
yeah,
I didn't
do it all
realize.
the time. It's like, it's the best.
It's like an extra reward. It's like, thank you.
Yeah, chances are if your package looks like a piece of crap, it's because there was like a lot of packages that had to be done in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But also it could be that it got banged up
Yeah.
in transit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, do you have anything else to say? I don't think I do.
If you're a market person, tell us your tips and tricks for that, because
Oh, good call.
I did markets at the very beginning, but my kids are little, so I don't like missing time out. And I feel like you're just now starting to like,
I've only done one.
yeah. So you're starting to dip. So educate us. Tell us maybe tips and tricks, because that's also huge. Winter markets, like Christmas markets and stuff, are also big. We don't ever need to do them because online sales seem to be good, but
Yeah, unless you want to like meet people in person.
yeah.
Which
But I
sometimes
know
is good.
I know lots of people who make almost like their entire sales on just markets, and we are clueless on that. So share your
very much.
insights.
It's different, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
'cause for online, all you have to do is just take pictures.
Yeah.
And then you can take pictures of every single thing. You know, actually, I struggle with that a little bit with the kits.
Yes.
Like, I made sure packaging can tell you what you get inside, but people can't necessarily always envision it. Or like imagine it in their minds. So it is hard. And like you can't have, like, I do bundles of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like in the bag and there's like 30 things in the bag.
True.
Like, I'm not going to take them all out and show
Yep.
you what's inside. Like, I didn't sell a single one at the market because I had no idea how to, like, tell people what's inside.
Yeah, that's different.
And there's a QR code to see what is inside, like,
Yeah.
to the pictures.
That's smart.
Tips.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But I think for anybody who does online markets, I feel like also, though, again, since COVID times, I think markets are even different too. You know, just like the way that
I honestly have no idea. We don't have them that much here.
they're huge in America. And like it used to be like market booth fees were huge, but like you'd make a killing, so it'd be fine. So you'd pay like a percentage, or like there'd be a flat fee of like $500 for a 10 by 10 little booth spot, and then you just hope to make more than that, which for me was overwhelming because my stuff does better online than it does on a table. Again, it's just hard to show people, so it was never worth it for me. But like, what are your secrets for those of you who like thrive in market season? I want to know.
Good question.
Yeah, then
I
maybe
guess we'll leave it at that.
next summer we could try, because by
In
the time
summer?
this airs,
You can try. I don't know of any. Actually, I know of one market, but it's mostly food.
do you think you're going to do a market though again, because you did that one?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
do one in November.
Okay.
Hopefully they take me. Please take me.
So hopefully this airs before November, and
will,
we'll
it
have
will.
tips and tricks for you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We've missed you.
Yeah.
It's been, honestly, like having the podcast was fun just personally for us, because it gave us an excuse to hang out.
For sure, yeah.
And the summer, you know, we still talk outside of this podcast, I'll have you know.
Clearly.
It's kind of cool to be able to like pick our brains a little bit. And,
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, we, like, again, the reason why we in the first place wanted to do a podcast is because we would talk so much about like all these different things, and we're like, this is so relatable. We should have recorded that.
Yeah. But we've missed talking to you. I know a lot of you enjoy hanging out with us. And we hope you still feel like you're just sitting in the room with us, hanging out. Once Vika's internet gets sorted.
Yeah, and then next month.
Also.
Got really unlucky with the internet line here. So
Cats.
yeah, Hannah's been enjoying our kitties.
I love Vika's cats.
Say hello.
Completely unrelated to this podcast, but
There's so much cat hair on these microphones.
already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. It's so cute. It's like they're trying to say hi to you from afar also. Are you making biscuits on my feet? She's making biscuits on my foot.
You cutie pie. We'll leave you with that.
Yeah, we'll
leave
see you
that.
next time.
If your summer sucks sales-wise, you're not alone.
It's
This
not
is
you.
Totally normal. Yeah, it's not you.
You're doing great.
And just you wait. I'm hoping to post this episode a little bit earlier than originally planned, just to give people a little bit of comfort.
We've missed you. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for taking the break with us.
Yeah, we've gotten some requests. Bring the podcast back.
We promise.
Which I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for fun. This is like, we're not doing this for our money or anything, because I wish we had.
That would be great.
We would make money.
If anybody
from
wants to
this.
sponsor us,
Yeah, literally. Let us know.
We'd love that.
But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us. It's been super fun.
Yeah.
To be in the same room doing that as well.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so cool. All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.